everyone, welcome to a special edition of Let's Talk Tiny Houses. It's Christine.
And I'm Patti.
And we are having a great weekend down in Sydney this weekend.
What a cracker.
Absolutely. We're down in Sydney at St Ives for the Tiny Homes Carnival 2020, and we're supporting the Australian Tiny House Association, which is...
They've been busy out there, haven't they?
Yes, they have. We've just had an amazing day, and everyone is just overwhelmed by how many people attended.
I think it has far exceeded their expectations.
It has. Everybody's expectations. And even the people who attended were really impressed.
They're pretty stoked.
Yeah, with how many tinies they had to look at.
There's a lot of choice out there.
Yeah. So Patti and I thought we'd give you a little roundup of what we saw today, things we heard, and how we enjoyed today. So I suppose, first of all, the location is really great.
It is actually. Yeah, there's so much parking out there at St Ives Showgrounds.
And lovely and leafy.
The staff were really good to point us in the right directions.
Mm-hmm.
Leafy.
Yeah.
That was nice.
So really nice location. It has had some drizzle.
Touch of boggy.
Yeah, but
hopefully
it was fine.
That sun should dry it out this afternoon.
Yeah.
And as well as my skin.
Yes.
Touch of sunburn.
It's
all right.
We'll be all right. And it's a good opportunity to get the gummies out.
There you go.
Then the next thing that you notice is how many tinies there are.
Did we count them? I don't think we counted them.
I don't think, but I would say at least 20.
Yeah. And they were really diverse, weren't they? There were so many different styles, so many different materials that they were made out of.
And looks and purposes.
Actually, that's true.
Yeah. So not just tinies there for people to think about for living in, but tinies for like a real glamping.
The glamping one. What about the teeny tiny camper? That was like a mini bunkhouse for children.
Yeah.
That was pretty cute.
That was so cute.
What about Rolling Homes one? That was really lovely. A new company as well out in the Central Coast. Really lovely.
And our favourite thing with that was inside the material that they used on the ceiling. So instead of using a paint, they used the material, and it really it was very subtle. But when you noticed it, and when they had their little lights on, it was gorgeous.
I think it had helped with the acoustics a little bit too.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be quite so tinny.
Yes.
Such, but it wasn't tin.
But
you know what I mean.
Super gorgeous. And then, of course, we had ATHA's president there, Kim Connolly, with her tiny habitat home.
That was really sweet. I like that little one. It's the front and the back door.
Exactly. And just the outside of it looks super cute. She'd done some extra additives to it before it came
the trims.
to...
Then there was a little offset up the top. That was pretty cute.
And wasn't it interesting to see all the lines? There were massive lines to get into these tinies.
How patient were those people?
Yes.
Not me.
Yeah.
I don't queue.
Yeah.
But we still got into a few.
We did.
Towards the end. But everybody was so patient.
They were.
And didn't mind people cutting through the line to get across to the next one. Everybody was so polite.
Yes. So Kim's tiny, the display she had there was actually, she was telling us last night, was her first build.
Oh,
so it has a little bit of sentimental value, that one. So, and then of course ATHA had their stand there. And
they did.
So many people were going up to it.
Few stars and few important people.
Yes.
Taking their role there and talking to people.
Yeah.
That was quite good.
Yeah, it was. And then, of course, they had the tent where all the panel talks were done.
The main tent,
Yeah, and the speeches. So, of course, the big draw card for today was John and Zach from Tiny House Nation.
They were pretty entertaining, weren't they? And they really engaged the crowd.
And informative. So
True.
It was talking about their show, but how they came about to be in the tiny movement and all the influence they've had on it over there and the progress in America. So they're over here hoping to impart their knowledge on the Australian community so we don't have to go through as many hoops as they did. So
they're really passionate.
Oh, awesome. And so friendly and took so much time out for everybody. It was really lovely.
They're quite a banter. I think I'm going to have to look them up. It was Netflix, wasn't it? That Tiny House Nation.
Yes.
84 episodes.
Yes.
Did he say it took them 5 years? Are they up to 5 years, or are they more
I think
than
they
that?
started in 2014.
There you go. They've
Yeah.
been busy.
They have been busy. Yeah, it's super popular. I love it. It's on my list of
To view list.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll have to put it on mine.
Looking at it all the time. What else did we? It was a big day. What time did we get there? At 10?
Big day, about 10.
Yeah, and we left at say 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Actually, the other one I liked is at Havenwood Tiny Homes. They had a little flip down and flip out awning. So the base came down and then the awning flipped up, and then they interlocked so that the flooring kicked into the post of the awning.
Perfect.
Really handy.
And that's the thing, like, although some of them might look similar on the outside, when you go into them, it can be a whole new concept inside and different, like just one totally basic thing that people use, paper towel. But
yes.
in the Big Tiny, and they'd screwed the paper towel rack to
straight to the wall.
The wall.
What a good idea.
Instead of having it sitting on your bench, just straight to the wall. Don't need another item, because heaps of people would have those items already. So you don't have to go and buy a special
You'd
wall
usually
one.
put that one just on your kitchen table. No, let's screw it to the wall.
A basic item.
Well, they only had limited bench space.
That's right.
So that was just a perfect use.
Yeah. And the Big Tiny guys, it's such an interesting concept that they've got going on.
They've got a few things going on, haven't they?
Yeah. So really great that they've the organisers for the event and explaining to everybody that to be part of the movement, you don't have to, doesn't mean you have to live in a tiny house. There's other avenues to be involved and support the movement. And because some people, it may not be for them to live in a tiny, but they love the community aspect of it. They love the concept of it. And it's very much like John and Zach from Tiny House Nation.
Yeah.
Zach lives in a tiny, John doesn't, but he fully supports that, you know, that should be an option for people who would like to do it. And it's completely awesome.
Were you saying they had like B&Bs, and they had then there's a whole other network for the people that own the properties, and for them to sort of offer product and stuff to them. So they've got a number of layers to their little business.
That's right. And just FYI, stay tuned to this station. Well, the companies that we've spoken about so far, we'll be doing interviews with them in the future, so we'll learn more about them and exactly what they're offering to the market. So it's really great.
The designer eco homes, they had some really interesting products. The little studios that they donated to the Sutherland Council.
Yes.
For the homeless people to use, just as a little ensuite sort of thing, a communal ensuite.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That is cool.
And there was another one that their solar trailer.
That's right.
That's an interesting concept.
Yes, it is, and a great option for because you were saying
my tiny, I think, needs to go solar. That's the next stage, going off the grid.
Yes,
consciously on the grid. I've heard somebody else use that phrase. I can't claim it. But,
okay.
Consciously on the grid. So I'm using a hell of a lot less than I would have, but it'd be handy to be off the grid. So I've got to look at that next financial input to see how we go solar.
Yeah, so
I think I can deal with the water, but it's going solar. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, so when we have a chat with them, might be able to impart some knowledge
maybe
for you, Patti.
I'll write some notes down.
Yes, take some notes. Well, it's been a big 24 hours. Planes, trains and automobiles.
Oh, and Google Maps taking us everywhere, but loose. Tomorrow, we need to get out there early tomorrow.
Yes.
I think we need to see the Horseland Horseland House.
I would have to say, judging by the queue, that was the most popular
dedicated.
Today. Yeah.
Absolutely dedicated people.
Yes.
So we need to see that one nice and early. They've got a few to see. A few on their books.
Yes. Yes, it's going to be a big day. So we've got our little tiny house podcast stickers that we're handing out, and there's also others handing out stickers as well, and we'll announce a little competition that if you come along and you've got your 2 stickers, you've taken a picture with you somewhere with those stickers, there's a little prize up for grabs. So we'll announce that on our socials.
Are you sure you're willing to part with it? Oh, she's thinking.
I think I'll be right. Yes. Okay, well...
Excellent.
I'm really looking forward to another great day tomorrow. You've been such a support, Patty. Thank you so much. You. It's been fantastic. So we'll sign off for tonight. Yeah, we'll sign off for tonight.
Let's go have a wine by the rocks underneath the bridge.
Oh, okay then.
That's the harbour bridge.
Okay, well, we're off.
We're off.